stuff, baby
The bringers
Jesus.
of the dawn allow these energies to merge, to merge, to merge. The light is awakened within them. Humanity creates the sacred bridge between earth and sky.
Brothers, my time with you is almost over. But for now, let us eat.
Eat this.
You just don't get it, do you?
You have been targeted for termination.
I've already told you, I'm supposed to die for the sins of mankind.
I'm programmed to protect you.
Stop! Stop killing Judas!
But he's going to betray you.
I know. Look, I've got a lot on my mind right now, and you're really starting to stress me out, okay? Okay?
Bosch is pilot at 10 o'clock.
Give me that thing!
Don't worry, he'll be back.
He'll be back. Yeshua, Jesus, man. Come on, man. Look, we're setting the table for you. And, I just got to be honest. We're all waiting. Can't wait to see you again. Can't wait for that eternal spiritual backup that we all been waiting for. How you guys doing out there across planet Earth? Listen, you give me a time portal. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys out there, we're going to protect Jesus. I don't know. We're going to find out the truth. That's all I know. These intros. Hey, dude, I'll put it in your head. Listen, if a Terminator can jump back in time through a portal, what's to stop us from saving Jesus? Yeshua. And I don't know. We're having fun. You guys, there's so much stuff to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. There's so much intel. Where would you guys like to start? Dreams, energies, plasma inbound, plasma tunnels found recently. Or you let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys go ahead and let me know. Let me go and check this audio. Oh, we are hot fire. All right. Yes, you love the new white pyramid. Let's go ahead and turn all of these on for the whole planet. Yeah, so that new, let me see your show. That new, sorry, it's going so fast, I can't click. Okay, that one, that new white pyramid, that is the new design. That is called the fifth element, and we will be showcasing those. There are 2026 new devices and capstones will be brought to the bridge. They're all going to be there. That one specifically will be up in the sanctuary. Healing Sanctuary. That'll be up there in the Healing Sanctuary at the Bridge Expo. We have a bunch of other devices we'll show as well. The main things for our devices are the 3 Ps: piezoelectric, plasma, PEMF. So we're the only ones on Earth, TeamLight here in Sedona, that have those 3: piezoelectric, PEMF, and plasma. Those 3. So I just want to let you guys know, no, we're not all the same. For all those out there trying to, Copy. You know who you are. Good luck, Chuck. You know what I mean? Now, what else is going on? Multipass. Fifth element. Multipass. So, let's talk about dream time. 4 nights ago, I had a dream with Mr. T. We were successful in whatever endeavor we were undergoing, and there was a big award ceremony and party going on in the 4th dimension. So, it hasn't hit the physical yet. Duration of time is dependent on variables, but what I can say is 3 months. I think this whole thing will be wrapped up with what they're trying to do and what they're trying to coalesce. Now, listen, they keep pushing negative probability timelines. My main thing is this. I feel a separation, the wheat and the chaff. And I think a lot of us are already vibrating fast enough to make the jump. And I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys out there across planet Earth. I've already seen where we're going. I've already seen what energy and what reality we're stepping into. I'm watching it every single night on 3 different channels. Okay. 4, 5, and 6 every single night for, especially the last, goodness gracious, decade. But this new stuff that's coming out, we've already been sanctified to be able to explore these new realities, but really your soul's going to step out of this reality into another, or you're going to phase shift from this reality to another. The ascension is upon us. So I want to be clear, no BS, no nothing. Everything I'm seeing is very positive for us. Now, I know in the news reports they have found, I believe NASA and some other scientists figured out that they found 2 plasma using different new physics. They found 2 plasma tunnels in our local group. One goes to Sirius, one goes to Centaurus. My main question with that is, where are all the Centaurians? Are those from Centaurus? Okay. So, I know a lot of Syrians are here on Earth. I know 1 Centaurian. So, Centaurian, you late, or you guys just decided to not show up. You guys need to get your shit together. Okay, so the beings from Sirius, you know them, you love them. Beings from Centaurus, step it up a notch, please. The plasma tunnel, it has full access to our local group. Go ahead and use that. Yes, we are aware of your presence on the surface of planet Earth in the physical. Please step up and do your job. Thanks so much. What else is going on? The Orion cover up and a lot of this stuff, you guys, a lot of us are negotiating higher tier deals for the consensus of the collective on this planet. And I'm not really going to stop negotiating terms with those beings from Orion to get the best outcome possible. I am also not a huge fan of how they handle things in Orion and their mediums of negotiations and trade. And I don't think any of our creators or the creator of all species would feel the same way. I'm just going to put them on notice as well. We're watching you as well. You're not very far away at all. Second to the middle star on Orion, the main gate that goes where all the negative harvester species come from needs to be, again, having a look taken at. I know the Galactic Federation of Worlds has done a really good job, right? And monitoring the system. I'm still here trying to facilitate the presence and the vibration of the beings on this planet. I'm not concerned with actually the security detail with guarding the gates. Rather, I need assistance in removal. End the experiments. These beings need to go ahead and cut their losses, figure out what's going on in this hologram, and remove themselves from the game if they cannot play well with others. It is that simple. So we are here for unity, sovereignty, peace, and love on this planet, period. Drop the mic. I don't want to hear any excuses. This whole thing that's been laid out with this, they're trying to incite a civil war globally. These guys will be held accountable. There's no place on this earth or any earth that their souls are safe from judgment. First and foremost, many of these beings doing these dark hack activities are looking at a 10,000 year penalty box. These beings, their families, who's ever responsible, let them go ahead and fade into shadow. Okay, the entire collective consciousness that is coming from your hearts, we are going to rise. Okay, rise far above. These beings will become a shitty sci-fi movie that no one in the universe ever wants to watch again. And I'm embarrassed for their elders, and I'm embarrassed for the beings that brought them here. That sort of behavior should not be tolerated on any planet in any sector of this Milky Way galaxy. And I believe that the freedom and sovereignty that Earth is requesting needs to be heard on every single bandwidth, airwave, radio station, scalar wave across the universe. We demand our freedom. Just as many other species in times of old, the Pleiades just stopped beefing 50,000 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't like 100, it was 50,000 years ago the war stopped. I think some of the elder species need to get into this game. Some of us are being activated way too fast. We're processing and staring at your lower selves now. We're no longer playing 3D. We're no longer playing with kids in a carnival ride doing donuts. Some of us are actually here to change this frequency, because when we're done with this life, we have other things to do in this galaxy besides babysit. Real talk. Okay? So it's got to be clear. Depending what version is in that suit right now listening to me, yeah, babysitting's over. We have critical mass on this planet. Let's go ahead and have this RV. Let's go ahead and have freedom. Let's go ahead and have sovereignty. I do not care about a small group of beings that were flushed down the toilet 2,000 years ago and are screaming and whining because someone took away their cell phone. That's what we're dealing with. Okay, so this Babylonian money magic, go away. All this other shit, go away. The truth is, all of our souls in this unified field are one. Okay, if you're an ensouled being. I'm trying to say I'm a reflection of you. You're a reflection of me, right? We are in this together. What I'm trying to express is that the lessons that we're learning here right now are paramount in the future timelines of all species and all beings participating in this level of game. That being said, there also needs to be a level of clarity and strategic balancing of certain modalities and motivations that do not serve the all or the highest good for all. Okay? When someone is addicted to a drug on heroin rolling around in a sidewalk or down in an alley somewhere in a big city, sometimes they need to be picked up, duct taped, taken to a rehab center, let them shake this shit out for 2 weeks, and afterwards they're going to thank you. Oh my God, I almost spent X amount of time in Hades, for God's sakes. Thank you for saving me, bro. That thank you doesn't come till after the fact, after they get sober, after they realize how they got themselves in that situation in the first place. It comes after. Do not expect beings who we are helping right now in the present to thank you for something they cannot see beyond their own vision. They cannot see beyond this day. They have no vision. That's the point. Their only thing is to control us, manipulate us, and keep us asleep. That is their MO. They know the beings responsible. They were never governed license for over this duration of time to govern this planet. Everyone knows that. It's like a bunch of pirates came to this planet, for God's sakes. What I'm getting to is for those that have overcome their shadow and are working on it and every single day and chewing on it and not running from it and growing and evolving, we're going to keep growing at an accelerated evolutionary pace, way faster than the beings that are watching us on ship. This is an accelerated evolutionary curve on this planet right now. Accelerated. Okay? So I just want you guys to know how strong you are to be here. There are bigger things going on. So let's talk about a little bit some of the stuff that's going on in our space weather. Thank you to my brother Jeffrey. This is what we got. All right. Huge breaking space weather, 2 supernovas, 2 big earthquakes, and 2 massive coronal ejections. This happened on Thursday. Okay, there's links to that. And then also, apparently Trump just authorized a gold-backed treasury note to replace fiat currency. I hope that's true. We've been hearing it for about 14 years. But I'm hoping that to replace fiat currency. This would trigger a mass arrest and probably initiate the EBS system. We all know that Comey's going to sing like a bird and that he turned himself in. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm on YouTube. Hey, and hey, YouTube, good job on, giving back all my homies their YouTube channels. Podcast to Truth and everyone else. Journey to Truth and all my friends that just recently got their YouTube channels back. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. But yeah, Comey's going to sing like a bird. He's not going to spend a day in jail. He's going to give up all the guys that financed and all that stuff that's going on. That's why he turned himself in. The deal was set before he turned himself in. So what else we got on Earth, space, energetic news? Yeah. All right. So that's what's going down. So I got to hold my true form for 3 minutes 6 days ago. It's probably the first time I was fully embodied in my avatar. I can feel that I never actually had that full angelic presence in my body. I feel my DNA is shifting. So is yours. My full angelic presence, I'll have an artist draw it up for you. I can visualize everything about 15 feet plus tall, angelic. And guy had blonde hair. His eyes were electric, wearing some sort of a white, I don't know if you mix a space suit with like a robe and an angelic outfit. And he had a huge solar disc that was rotating behind his shoulder blades. That was like this big. And it was rotating like Tron. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to, like I said, I don't have any breaks. Those larger angelic forms are going to be available to you for some of you Earth guardians that are now, going to be asked to do more and the responsibilities. I could hold that version for 3 minutes, and in that moment, time does not exist in that 3 minutes. All knowledge was kind of like flowing through me like a river. And I honestly have waited 40 plus years to feel my true energy course through my veins in this little suit. Big what up to all my friends and family that reached out. I've heard a lot of people when they said, I wish to connect to my most ancient, evolved version of myself, from wherever that may be. Some people did exactly what I said in the last morning coffee and had some very tremendous experiences. What I can tell you is that when you guys are tasting the metal in your mouth, it's because the frequency that's coming down from the upper dimensions is so extreme compared to this density that the energy that is coursing through your body, yeah, it does feel like you're being barbecued a little bit. That's all I can say about it. If you want to play with, what does an upper dimensional being feel like when a high voltage hits a low voltage? What I can tell you is that I can do it now without barbecuing the suit. And what does that mean? It's just a higher frequency hitting a lower frequency. So don't worry about that, but please let them know and be attuned to, hey, it's too much frequency, turn it down a little bit. You also can work with your higher selves and your guides as the frequencies come down to actually get the proper distance or dimensional spacing necessary so you can still interact without, because they're reaching down the dimensions. So when they get close enough to you, found you, right? They have to be able to modulate. And just like you, when you go to a doctor, you have to tell them what the issue is if it's too much voltage. Again, this is for the very advanced. If you're just waking up, I love you, but it's wanted to be what's up. Any news on 3i Atlas? Yeah. Let's talk about this. Any news on 3i Atlas? I mean, so, pretty much what I got, I pretty much nailed with Palmer. So it says 2 stars explode, 2 big earthquakes, and rupture as 3i Atlas is hit by a CME. This is getting interesting. Well, 3i Atlas in the physical, based upon our limited bandwidth of visual spectrum, is going to look like, I don't know, whatever, the whole thing's cloaked. I told you in that last video when they started saying, can you please talk about it? It is the front of a very large armada that is following behind it. It is the main buffer wall thresher field for dimensional dispersion so that you can't see what the real object is. Mind you, that is what it looks like in the physical using 3D technology like the Hubble Space Telescope and the new one they just launched. To realize that these are dimensional objects that can control what the physical sees. It's very simple. You have to understand what it feels like to be on a civilization or a world that's 100,000, 200,000 years behind the technology rolling in. So it's very easy to trick our instruments and hide in plain sight. As we well know, that one gentleman, God, I forget his name. He did a bunch of episodes on Gaia, but they've had reptilian ships dropping those gases over very specific territories on Earth that have very highly intelligent people. The one video was in over San Diego about 20 years ago when all those new buildings were being built in communities. Can you guys put his name? The old dude, he passed away. He was from Long Beach. They did a bunch of interviews with him. Please put his name up because he deserves it. He was a rock star. So yeah, if you guys know, it's an old man, gray hair. He passed away. He was on Gaia. He designed all the ships in Long Beach. He's been in the program since the 50s and 60s. I forget his name. One of you guys will know who I'm talking about. Anyways, yeah, they have pictures. Someone took a picture and the ships were invisible in San Diego. And they came up on camera because I guess the reptilian dude didn't put the cloning device on for cameras. It was invisible in the air. So they dropped this gas. This gas helps us stay asleep and be unconscious, not be aware of the reality that we're walking around in. So similar to They Live, there is also gas being dropped from some of these ships. It's not just a frequency on a tower like in the movie They Live. It's a combination of that with the gases and the different strange things that they're doing in the ether. Yes, William Tompkins. Thank you, William Tompkins. If you guys want to know about someone who's awesome, Google William Tompkins. Watch all of his stuff. I can tell when people are full of shit and lying. I never got any vibe up from this guy other than he wanted to share all the information he knew before he passed. And you can tell him when you're listening to him, William Tompkins. Just take a look. For all you guys new watching me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, that is an individual you should know. You should know what that guy said. You should pay attention. You should open up your consciousness and grow. We have to realize what's going on around us 24/7, 365 if we're going to be able to take the reins. You got a bunch of wild horses in front of us and only 5 cowboys. The rest of the population is going to have to use their critical thinking and turn into cowboys and cowgirls out there. You're going to have to be able to wrestle some of these concepts and not run into fear. Okay? That ego program, it was only supposed to be a program that ran usually through adolescence, right? To protect you, right? Make sure there's a roof over your head. Make sure in a competitive environment you're doing your thing. The ego program was never supposed to run your life. The ego program was never supposed to raise your kids. The ego program has nothing to do with evolution. If you run the ego program your entire life, you're going right back in the incarnation wheel. You're coming right back down here. That means you have not grown. And there's plenty of NPCs that are running the ego program and they don't even know the difference. Okay. Now, that being said, let's have some fun. All right. How's that? Is that okay? Just real talk? How you guys doing out there? Let me take these glasses off. Hi, I am a real person. Nice to meet you. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right. So let me get some music going here. Good day. Good day, guys. Yeah, Tompkins was legit. Hey, you guys just look him up. If you guys have never heard that guy's name, type in William Tompkins. Another guy you got to type in is Phil Schneider, the original OG who told us about all the underground dumbs bases. Now, apparently they're finding there's more news coming out right now. If you guys want to post it in the comments about information coming out about tunnels under the ocean. The reason why all this stuff is coming out is because they have to disclose it. And a lot of these groups, beings, and organizations knew this day was coming, that they were going to have to do a full disclosure before we had full-blown contact to get the population on the surface prepared for what was coming. Okay, and that was part of the negotiations with trading technology. That was part of the things that did not violate the Prime Directive. However, when you have 0.00018% of the population with 99.9999% of the technology that was supposed to be for the whole planet, that is a huge problem, and all of those guys will be held accountable. So. There's nowhere you can run or hide in this universe that our Father can't find you. Or Mother, for that matter. No big deal. You better come correct, is all I'm trying to say, because Big Papa's coming home. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. Damn. Oh, come on. Yeah, I need some music, shake it up. You know what I mean? Yes, underwater tunnels. Yep, boom. From New Zealand into Hawaii. You guys pay attention to Valhalla too, which is a place in, not the Odin's realm, but Valhalla is a place where it's a, when you get in protective custody, and it exists in New Zealand. It's called Valhalla. That's why Patel says, "See you in Valhalla." You think he's talking about, does Patel look like he's Nordic? Does he look Viking to you? No. So pay attention to that as well. You can probably go out there and hang out with MJ. You know what I mean? Underworld all over Turkey. Yeah, and dude, Turkey has so many hidden things. Isn't Göbekli Tempe in Turkey? You know? We have the watch. Hey, game on. My thing is that I'm just trying to get everyone balanced, you know? Yep, said it to him. So here, see you in Valhalla. I'm not getting into that whole CK thing. I love you guys. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of video clips out there. I'm not touching it. I need to get us on our spiritual path, eye on the prize, right? Get my friends and family up and into the new reality as fast as humanly possible. Yep. Phil was the original OG. Absolutely, truth and empowerment. So these are just some things. If you're new and you're seeing my face first time on Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, or YouTube, Phil Schneider, type it in Google. And the second one is William Tompkins. Those two. And for all the older generation that think these younger generations are cuckoo cuckoo, go ahead and listen to someone from your generation that was in the programs talk about it. Okay? William Tompkins. Okay. So no more bullshit, no more hiding, no more lying, no more, I can't believe it. No, believe it. That's what's been going on this whole time. Okay? All right. When I feel love. That guy had to grow up, Curtis. Curtis, you know what? The guy had to grow up. Now they just call me, oh, Rion. You're such a jokester. You got to integrate those old pieces, Curtis. That's truth. And once you integrate those pieces, you go up. You can't still be pissed about stuff that happened 12,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago in this lollipop carnival ride hologram that, for whatever reason, we're all in here together. I'm not going to say how we got here. But I know I was a bad boy and a very good boy in the past. Some of us had to be down here to learn through these experiences how to become better beings. Not just human beings, better beings. Okay, so that's very important. Time to grow. By the way, Curtis, miss you, bro. Catch up, bub. Yep, he got shot. Yep, Schneider got hit with a green cobalt beam when he was digging the underground bases. He got hit by, shot by a gray. Yep, Jordan Maxwell, who was also fire, great guy. He knew a lot of stuff about the secret societies and how they operate, you know. So he got, I know. Hey, catch up, bub. Missed you. You take a little 7-year nap. Let's go. All right, listen, everyone wakes up and goes back to bed. I'm here to remind you guys that you're all awesome. Do the best you can every day. First and foremost, detox. Get all the processed plastics out of your body. Get all the heavy metals out of your body. If you got to go do a colonics and run it through the garden 7 times to clean up all the weird stuff in your intestines, do it. That's going to make this whole thing that much easier. There's a lot of weird stuff that we've been eating for a very long time. And you wonder why some of your chakras or your organs don't work properly. Well, how much gunk is in your body? Okay, so it's not just a thought form. You got to take real changes in the physical to raise your frequency. Okay, that's all. What question you ask consistently? Is that a question to me? Or is that a question to you? Zenith, be more specific, man. Okay, so Ryan, how did we miss the 7 timelines for the RV? Who caused this, and why is this allowed to override our free will? Because it sure did. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, first and foremost, you have to see how the upper dimensions think about this game. They're never going to get behind Babylonian money magic. Everyone knows that everything was stolen. Whenever United States became incorporated, I believe it was 1873, and then in 1913, jackass, turd nugget, Jekyll Island kooks got behind the wheel, and everyone that didn't want to join them in the Fed was whacked on a boat called the Titanic. Moving forward, all these weird little nerd families, Rothschilds, accountants, Pacer, I guess you're in charge, Mulligan, the Cullens, and I don't know, the Cullens, and all these fucking juckas. Here's the deal. These guys get handed all this advanced technology from all these little 3-letter agencies because they're, reverse engineering spacecraft and all this shit. All those toys does not stop our creator in every single one of us going through our evolutionary lesson plans. I'm here again to remind you of the spiritual nature of your soul. We do not care upstairs what sort of toys you are playing with. Okay, I cannot be more clear with that. And believe me, in my own life, the things I have turned down, which was an easy life with paychecks and all of that jazz, I had to turn it down multiple times. Why? Every single time I turned down an easy ride, just like Yeshua did, right? When he said, nah, Lou, or Satan Tofu, I don't want to rule them. I don't want to rule this planet. Okay? In the same way that he made that choice, in the same way you make that choice and choose your heart, I can tell you a little secret, faster up you go. The faster up you go, the more things you let go of. The more things you're attached to in the material world, the more things bind you to it. I know it's hard to think that way, but that's how our angelics see reality. Those that are detached from, right, certain things, modalities, the easier it is for the higher frequencies to make sense for you. You show up here with nothing and you leave with nothing other than the experiences that you've made. And there's a lot of soulless beings here that are scared shitless because when they die, there is nothing. There is no afterlife for an unensouled being. You are absolutely correct. So what are they doing? Trying to copy and paste themselves into different avatars so they can try and live forever. Okay? Good luck with that. I think any elder species would smile and go, that's cute. Oh, do you think you're the first species to ever try to copy your consciousness into a synthetic? That's cute. Have you met a gray? Okay, moving on. I heard I heard you can buy one of those for about 15 credits. Anyways. Again, the spiritual nature of the universe, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm trying to say. We are here to learn and express and grow exponentially. After this life, many of us may be asked to go to different parts of this galaxy or different galaxies in general or home and go, hey, do you remember what you guys went through on Earth? And we're like, yeah, it sucked, but then it ended nicely. It was like a hero story. It starts off with hope and then a lot of pain and a lot of choice and a lot of hitting your knees, praying for Jesus and your higher selves to help you. And then there's a bright light. And then we follow this light into the higher realms and we graduate, right? And then other species or other galactic councils will ask you, could you actually lead another group on another world? They're also going through this ascension process. Can you lend your aid? Earth is the school of hard knocks. You guys learn this in one of the hardest places in the universe to go through these tests. Now, personally, a lot of us are going to go, nah, bro, I'm good. Peace. And we'll do what a lot of our 5Ds did. I got your back way in the back. I got you, bro, way back here, It's like the Matrix. Some of these angelics, that I don't know, they're going to lose their robes when I get home. This is what I get. I got your back, bro. It's like a Matrix movie, like, let me help you. And they're just like, I got you, Listen, no, everyone knows it's crazy down here. It's crazy town. Here's the lesson. If you can overcome this place, you can overcome anything because there's so much diversity and so much polarity, and the polarity is so extreme. It causes extreme evolution and ascension if you can choose the right path. If you can overcome the shadow, it is the fastest way up, right? If you can do it on this planet. So that's why a lot of us came here is for the challenge and to help those younger souls, right? Have an opportunity to really grow. I really, peace in the Middle East. Absolutely. And whatever that looks like. Okay. There's also, by the way, a lot of Muslims seeing Jesus and switching to Christianity. They don't talk about it much. These guys are praying and Yeshua is showing up and going, hey bro, like, That's cute, but over here. So you guys can look that up on YouTube as well. There's a lot of people switching teams. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on down here. Okay. Muhammad even said he's not God. He's just a prophet, dude. So a little different. Not getting into that conversation, baby. I like to smoke a hookah and ride a camel just like everyone else. I'm just not getting into a religious conversation with you. What I can say is that I do remember that the spheres, the reason why the old mosques, why they had those spheres on top of them, those were protected apparently by sphere beings. And back in the day that like if you tried to attack one of those things, like sphere beings would come out of the woodwork like orbs. It would like cook whatever is trying to attack those things, right? That's the story. But I'm trying to say it's been a long time since we had that sort of interaction on this planet. That's all I'm trying to say. 10 man. Desert dweller. Yes, it's true. What do you guys got? You guys ready for cards? Give me a cards. Hey, I got you. Listen. Back to Lemuria, baby. Absolutely. You know, back to Lemuria. All right, let's get into our card, shall we? Hey, I found a song for Soros and his son to listen to when they're in public jail in county. Or when they're just locked up at Guantanamo. Just play this on the loudspeakers, you know? And go, hey, is all that money, is that going to save you? You know? It's coming, big boys. It's coming. I hope you enjoyed your incarnation. That's coming to a reality near you, you know? Listen to the words, you know what I mean? Thou puts the shampoo in the bucket. For all we know, they might like it, you know? A lot of these guys don't like humanity, bro. You got to understand there's something controlling them like a puppet, okay, that doesn't like humanity. A lot of demons don't like humanity either. Are you really going to blame that little mammalian and that little little flesh suit? No. Who is controlling these beings? They're not that intelligent. Even though Aladdin's been trading for you since the early 90s and everyone thinks you're super smart because you had it in 1992. What I'm expressing to you is what is coming is going to shake the core and foundation of this planet. Okay, so for all these little ants walking around, please get in alignment with what's in the highest good for all man and womankind. If you guys can please just listen to those words, that'd be awesome. All right, let's go right to dragons. I'm lit. Listen, we won. Yeah, overnight oats, okay. I've heard a lot of weird things about oats. You gotta be careful. That will clean out your intestines. Good. Yes. Oh, you guys are on fire. Okay. I just gotta be honest. Yep. Absolutely. Humanity. Let's get it. All right, let's have fun. Yes. All right, let's go. Card time. I'm sorry. I can't listen to this song. I just see like Soros Jr. Like he probably enjoys it. You know what I mean? All right, everybody wants to rule the world. What else we got? All right, I can do this. Send me an angel, please. Send me an angel. Send me myself. Card time. Nice to meet you, jackasses. By the way, it's been a long time. You know, all these negative guys doing weird stuff on this planet. Yeah, we've been watching. That's all I can say. Dragons. Soon we won't have to hide. That's gonna not hide, but it's just soon we won't have all these restrictions on what we're allowed to do. You know. Transformation. Defining yourself. For this week coming up, defining yourself, transformation. What do you want to be? Right? Who do you want to be? You know what I mean? That's a really important question. Who do you want to be? Transformation, defining yourself. You want to be a being of peace, or you want to be a being of war? You want to be a being of togetherness, or you want to be a being of separation? Your choice. It's called free will for a reason. You know, Soros is such low-hanging fruit. You know, him and Gates, you know, just in pink dresses, skipping around both those guys, you know what I mean? Who else is a fucking complete shit show? My thing is that some of these beings, Klaus, him in a pink tutu, those three guys just going around on a merry-go-round, you know, just lost. You know, those guys. You know what I mean? It's getting like the end of Harry Potter. It's like when Harry Potter passes away and Voldemort's just like shriveled and shaken under the park bench. You're like, you know, Dumbledore's like, don't worry about that. Nothing can help that guy. You know what I mean? Listen, I don't know whose kid that is, but I don't know what you're doing. I really don't know what you're doing. If that's your kid, it's weird. Next card is be nice. I got it. Choice. Understanding consequences for everyone out there. Choice. Do you guys want to choose peace, hope, and love? Or are you guys going to choose separation and fear? Okay. I'm choosing to choose hope, love, compassion, and comedy. Because that's the only way you can get through this life sane. Just make jokes. Okay. Here we go. I don't care if they don't like it. I'm supposed to talk to everyone, Mary, but I get you. I'm not really a fan of any of those beings, you know? Light language, please. All right. Unde sitara morimbia siatara satam. Boromdi teke. Santormo yombi ishkita. Borombo yimbiish satormo ko yimbiat. The time of the great tribulations is upon us. Dandadake satatom boroimbi sitish. Many of us. Yambarakum fo yimbish katam. Come from the stars. Yambara torimbia sakash. Yombo hinda data shamba toymias kataimete. Sombo yomi shafatoi shambapa. Yinta rombo yiska. Finte sa toromo imbish. May all of the dormant DNA and all of my friends and family who listen to my voice be activated. Yatoro satash. And so it is. There you go. There we go. Love frequency, baby. United, yes, unfuckable with. Yes, sir. Absolutely. The sun shall judge us. Absolutely. Let that frequency hit and let us rise. So to give you guys another heads up on the, I believe it was Isis, but the Egyptian lady, the mother, who weighs your heart before you go into the afterlife, where your feather has to be lighter than your heart, right? To graduate, the heart must be lighter than the feather to graduate, right? To go into the next world, the higher realms. Just remember, that is not a 3D heart. A fifth dimensional heart is lighter than a 3D feather. Probably even fourth density heart, let's just say, is lighter than a 3D feather. So for all the, different groups out there on Earth, that you have to have these initiates spend 15 years before you can say that casually in one sentence. That's what it means. Okay, let's keep it going. Angels. But look, I'm trying to pump it up. I got some things to say. I'm not trying to talk trash to nobody. Just, love one another. Love on everybody. Don't worry, this stuff is just, brainwashing is real. That's all I can say. You know, some people just need to snap out of it and choose their heart. That's all. Daniel, divine discernment. Trust in the messages within. They are divinely guided. Thanks, Daniel. Trust in the messages within. They are divinely guided. All right. Yes, I love that. Look. Love hard and carry a big stick. Welcome to Earth. You can love hard, but carry a very large stick. All right. Daniel, where you been, buddy? I haven't pulled a Daniel card ever. Divine discernment. All right. Listen, it's had to be on. I had to keep it, 100 there. I'm just trying to fit in down here, sweetheart. Uriel, learning experience. Okay, this is trippy. My dude kind of looks like this. That's when I said that with the sun disk. That's actually pretty damn close, but he's way more svelte and he had a white angelic outfit on. But Uriel, learning experience. Time to review, study, and hone your knowledge before proceeding further. Okay. Basically what he's saying is, hey, jackass. Ladies and gents out there. I'm talking to myself on the jackass part, but this is very important. Take time to review, study, and hone your knowledge before proceeding further. Uriel, learning experience. This is a learning experience incarnating here on Earth. Yes. Take the time to review your life, study, and hone your knowledge before proceeding to the next world. This is your bus ticket. One more time. Take the time to review your life and study. Hone your knowledge before proceeding to fourth density, Uriel. Let me translate that for you. Make it a little deeper. Learning experience. Earth is a physical 3D third density learning experience. Even though Earth is no longer in third density, we already know that. Especially in October when we get hit with some frequencies that are going to jump the Schumann 10x. So I love everybody. Everybody loves you too. Hey, we're just trying to get everyone up and at 'em. Okay, we all see the game for what it is. All right, that's all I'm trying to say. Try not to get stuck in all the drama that's going on right now, and forget to take care of yourself, your own health and wellness, your own spirituality, your own meditating, your own breath work, your own gym time, meditation time, swimming time, surfing time, hiking, taking your dog for a walk. Get in the sun and enjoy your life. Raise your frequency. Do not be stuck to that phone, and please don't watch mainstream narrative. Okay. All right. Let's go beyond Lemuria. Pump it up. All right. Golden Age, baby. We're going to get to the RV cards. All right. All right. First card is Loving Compassion. For all my Lemurians out there, mahalo me, mahalo you. All you, my fellow Hawaiians out there, love you. New Kiwis, all right, love you. Loving Compassion for us Lemurians, okay? All right. Let's go ahead and just ban as it's card time. It's card time. Okay. Let's get another Lemurian card. There is a part of me that, like, when it comes to the angelics, it's almost like I have like locker room talk with some of them. And I don't, that must come from one of my higher aspects is actually homies with these guys. Cause some of the things that goes through my head, I'm like, that's like gym locker talk. Like, you know, these guys on a personal level, you know what I mean? It's not like oh, Raphael, come and help me. It's like, nah, dude, I've known that guy for eons. There's something else in me that's very old that knows a lot of these characters personally. All right. Raphael, heal me. Heal me, brother. I've had, my left shoulder has been numb for 4 days. Heal me, brother. No, I'm just kidding. Can you see my physiological situation? Sometimes I want to fire my med team. I'm like, you guys suck. I mean, I don't know. I got to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm like, are you guys on vacation? I just asking for a friend. I'm waking up really sore. Anything? No? Okay. You guys need more doctors and less warriors. That's all I'm talking about. Here we go. Sacral chakra. Core of creation. I've been using my sacral to create all kinds of awesome things. Hanging out with a lot of awesome people. A lot of you in these comments are some of those awesome people. Sacral chakra. Core of creation. Okay, for this week coming up. Get in your creative flow. Could be music, a screenplay. You're an architect. You're a writer. You're a painter. You're creating a website, creating music, whatever it is. You're creating things for your new business. Okay, or you're trying to figure out better ways to do what you're already doing. Right? This week, sacral chakra, core of creation. Get creative. Get creative out there. All right. The music guides me. You know what I mean? The music guides me. I'm a little steam. We're going right into the magic of unicorns. Listen, I'm going to hold up on the unicorns for my Palladians. I'm going to go to the Nords first. I need some answers from my Nords. You know what I mean? I need some Nord. You know what I mean? All right. I'm like wings. Oh, did you guys, what was I going to say? Have you guys, okay, so give me a thumbs up if you guys have had your angelic wings come in. Give me a thumbs up. Because I'm going to explain this to people. There's a lot of stuff my guides were saying, hey, can you tell them about all the stuff your body and energy went through? And the crazy shit is, I know I could talk about this stuff for hours, and unless you ask me a specific question, I never talk about it. Okay, so if you guys have had your wings, energetic wings, come in, give me a thumbs up. And then if you guys have not had your energetic wings come in, I can explain to you what that feels like. Just say yes if you'd like me to explain it, or I can keep going. If you guys want me to explain that, just say yes. If not, I'm going to keep going. So I can explain to you guys some of the symptoms and what it feels like. Okay, yes. Okay. So here we go. When my energetic wings comes in. So all this means is, look, we're multidimensional beings. So I've got my 3D hands, okay? And I have my energy hands. If my energy pulled out of my hands, it would slide to the outside, and my 5D hands are way bigger. They're like, this is how long my hand is. They're large, okay? If you want to do fourth density, potentially, but I'm just going to talk about the light side right now, okay? So what happens is, when your 3D hands are on, then for all you healers and massage workers and body healers out there, right, where your energy hands are on, imagine your hands slip out of your 3D hands and they're way bigger. And that's who's actually interacting and working on the client, because your energy can reach into their body and move blockages and whatnot. Now, when your wings come on, it felt like when my wings came in about 8 years ago, it felt like somebody hit me across the back of my shoulder blades with a baseball bat. Not like a metal or a wooden one, but like those like plastic, really strong practice bats. And I would wake up in so much pain and my shoulders would be shivering. This is about 8 years ago. And I would just wake up. So what I learned to do is, because it was too much for my brain to process, I would just go to the gym every day when my wings were coming in, and I would lie to myself, and I would just do huge back workouts and, working out like normal, but I do a lot of back workouts. So the rest of my back would feel sore, not just my wings, not just my shoulder blades, but it feels like someone hits you straight across the back. Now, what that looks like, let me explain, is, I'm facing this direction. It's opposite on the thing. I'm facing this direction. This is my back. What it feels like is two hands or two energy cables are coming out of your shoulder blades, and it's like they're growing. It's like you're growing them slowly until it gets to a certain place, and then they lock out. And it takes about 8 months. So if you guys are with the wiffle ball bat, but yeah, it felt like for me, it was a lot of pain. I had to lie to myself while it was happening because I didn't know why I was having, almost when you get the wind knocked out of you, like imagine someone comes up behind you and just goes, whoa, right in the back of your rib cage and your things. It was like waking up like that, but having nothing in the physical to show for it. I was like, what is that? Why am I... Later, ladies and gents, you'll realize why. 'Cause that's energetically why I can walk into a room and go, hey, homie, get back. My energy arms are going boom, and I'm pushing you or I'm grabbing you. That's the stuff. So it has to come out the back, and then it comes around in front, and you can use it. The cool thing is that that's happened 3 times to me. So you get the big ones out your back of your shoulder blades. Now watch me. So, here's your spine. Here's your head. These 2 come in first. Then you'll get these 2 will pop out. Then the seraphims, we get 3 sets. You get one down here by the lower, basically the back of your rib cage, but tight. Each of them has different dimensional range, density range, and reach. Like sometimes your 3D hands, right? This is how far I can reach out. 5D hands go 12 to 15 feet now. Then you have your second set of hands can maybe go out 300 feet, could be yards for you. The third set of hands are the ones that, I've talked about this before, maybe I should bring it up again. I told you guys in Alaska, I think it was in 2000, when was Alaska? 2011? I was doing an activation out there, activating that pyramid, which most likely was that black pyramid in Alaska. That's a military base. I didn't know that, mind you. When I did that activation and we opened that gate, I remember being out there and I just did enough energy and exploded enough to open this gate. And I looked over my right shoulder and I saw my hands like this, handcuffed, like this. So I was handcuffed and I looked back like this and I saw these huge arms handcuffed. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is that? I'm like, here's my 3D hands. Here's my 5D hands. And I was like, I just caught it. I turned and I caught my arms and they were bound. Right. And I thought to myself, like, what the fuck? Why do I have handcuffs on? Right. And I was asking my guys. After Alaska, I got my handcuffs off. 2010. So for a lot of you guys, your real power hasn't even been unlocked yet. I got to be clear with you. I'm telling you, the reason for that is because you can actually, if you're not a balanced being, you can cause a lot of things, to go down when you unlock those arms. So again, this is Guardians. This is advanced. This isn't, I just woke up on a Tuesday and who am I? No, this is for you guys that have been awake 10, 15, 20, 30 years. If your third eye's on and you guys are out there charging in the sun, try this. When you're out there charging, try to turn your perspective and rotate and look behind you. You might be surprised that you might see your arms handcuffed behind you. Or maybe they're not. But I'm just trying to say, mine were in 2010. So I don't think they unlock those for normal incarnates. I think that's only for people that work the grid. That's only for people that work a multi-dimension that have to defend themselves, protect themselves, and help others. It is not a normal soul thing to have that ability. However, on my team, there are many seraphim and very powerful badasses staring at my face right now. So I'm saying you, across Earth from here to South Africa, New Zealand, Pay attention. You guys might be meditators for 30 years and no one's ever told you, turn around and look behind you when you're meditating. Little tip from your brother. All right, let's get back to it. Nordics. You're welcome. I think we're getting there. What I'm trying to say is like the reason why I'm sharing this stuff with you guys, I think we're getting to a place where you guys need to know. Like you guys are like, hey, no one's ever told me that. Yeah, they're not going to tell you that until you figure it out yourself. Come on, baby. Give me some. All right. Cool. Nods. I love you guys. Yeah, but it was trippy. Like I said, most of the stuff I've figured out, ladies and gents, is because I experienced something and then had to go through that experience and then ask a lot of questions. It wasn't like it was just like, oh, I had an instant download of all my gifts. No, that's not how it happens. And most of the time when I learn stuff, it's because I catch it. You know, I'm like one of those really like annoying children. Like, Mommy, what are you doing to... No, I'm just kidding. To Daddy. No, I'm just kidding. What is that? Once I see something, I will keep asking questions until everyone's annoyed with me. And they finally go, just tell him. He's not going to stop. You know, you guys might be just like me. I have that thing when I'm like hunting for information. I won't stop until I go, oh, that's what it is. Okay, let me process that. So, like I said, I don't know if I've ever talked about that with the wings, but it's 2025. So 10 years, I've kind of kept that to myself. So first card is Majesty for us Nordics this week. Remember your majesty. Remember that you are majestic, awesome, beautiful beings that herald from all over this galaxy. All right? All right. Next card. And for all my fellow badass inmates that, you know, got a reprisal to come down here and clear this planet, tip your boatman on the way out. You know what I'm saying? All right. And for all you badasses that said, hey, I'll go down there and help out, you know, tip your boatman. Next card for the Nords is Beauty. Remember how beautiful you are? Remember how unique your energy signature is? Remember that there's no one like you on this earth. And remember that. The beauty that you hold inside of you is very, very important to the entire multiverse. This whole planet wants you to think like you're like, I'm like everybody else. No, you're not. We're all very special beings. We are ensouled, right? The sons and daughters of Creator, the creator of all things. You are not nobody. You are very, very important to him and her and the entire collective of the universe. Remember that. Beauty. That is who we are. Okay. There's only one being I hit my knees for, and that's the creator of all things. Okay. So. And then Yeshua, if he makes me laugh hard enough, I'll take a knee. Like, you know, he says like a one-liner, and you're like, you know, like, did you have fun? Was it as easy as you thought, huh? You talked a lot of shit, and I'll be like, ha ha. Like, I'm like laughing and crying, and I'll take a knee. I'm like, you got me. You know, it's a 2,000-year-old joke, and it just hits hard, right into the soul, right in the core of your soul. You know, last time you were on a donkey. No, I'm just kidding. Were you dealing with Wi-Fi penetrating your molecular spin on your atomics, sir? Or are you cleaning up donkey doo? You know? I don't think it's the same game. Gotta be honest with you. But tell yourself that. Tell yourself that. You should see some of these guys upstairs so you guys would laugh. I was a big deal 6,000 years ago. And I'm like, no one even knows who you are down here. They've erased history like 15 times. I mean, you could be the god of an entire galaxy, and down here you're just John, you know? No one knows shit. It's weird. You know? We're just talking, making jokes, just trying to, you know. the creator. And you're like, yeah, I guess. I mean, that's what you say. We're all part of creator. We're all creators down here. All right, listen. Listen to your heart for my little sexy Palladians out there. Listen to your heart. All right? It's very important. Listen to your heart. Awaken psychic abilities. Tune into the infinite. All right? All right? Listen to your heart. No, come on. That'd be cool if I could find that. All right. Call her down, please. Yes. Por favor. I know. Can you call her over here? Stand by. What is she shopping at the Jupiter space station again? Come on. I wasn't shopping. Whatever you're doing, get over here. Can you pull a card for the planet, please? I mean, we're here in the civilian world, you know. We're doing it for real. You know what I mean? We're not just, you know. Here we go. Be nice. Listen. Be nice. Be nice. Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. Boom. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. Tone is a master of this with his breath work that he's constantly doing and working on. So Cosmic Pearl, he guys can give you guys some tips at the Bridge Expo. And I don't know, we're like 20 days out. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. Okay. Dude, you guys would laugh so hard. I feel like sometimes I'm like a big tiger and I keep like biting. Like imagine a huge tiger like from like, I don't know, what Thundercats. I feel sometimes my energy just like will grab a reptilian or an Archon and I'll just have it in my mouth. And I'm just like, you guys, you ever give your dog a chew toy? And I feel like creators, like my highest light's like, spit it out. Spit it. I don't even have any malice. I'm like, argh. I'm like, I don't want to. And you're like trying to pull it out of your mouth. And I'm like, you know, you're just, I want to chew this little shit. I feel that in my energy, I'm getting to a level where I'm just like sleeping with things in my hands. Like the Jolly Green Giant. Like you go to bed and you're like, I had great dreams. And you wake up and you look at all your sets of hands and you've got every demon from fucking 15 blocks just shaking in your palms. And you're like, yeah, look in your hands, son. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I should probably give those back, huh? I don't want to pay that tab. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to pay your karma. Here. People ask me, why can't we just change everything? The truth is, when you change, when you take someone out, or when you grab a demon or a reptilian turd or an Archon, you know, looking for mommy and daddy, looking for daddy, you know, daddy wasn't there. These types of beings, listen, if you pull them out of the game, you have to pay their karma because they will argue you never gave me the opportunity. You pulled me out of the game before I could learn. So people ask me, why can't we just change all this shit all the time? Because we don't want to pay your karma. That's why. A lot of these beings are going to be down here for another 10,000 years or spend that somewhere else. We're not paying your tab. That's why. So. Did we do two? I need one more from my hot little Palladian over here. You know what they said? Rion, when are you going to grow up? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm good being the funny guy. You deal with all that shit. You gonna pull a card? When are you gonna grow up? Come on. You grow up, you die. I'd rather be an inner child forever. Just so we're clear with that. There's one? There's one. Creator's a big kid anyways. It's not all, I want to grow up. Grow up to be what, dude? A planet? A sun? A cosmic entity? What do you want to grow up to be? Unicorn portal. Focus your light. Listen for a message. For all you guys asking your higher selves for information, you might have to do some breath work. You might have to go to the gym, steam, eat properly, do some breath work, right? And then, focus your light. Listen for a message. Unicorn portal. Got it. All right, let's get right into the RV cards. And I've got some guests coming over here in 2 minutes. If you're listening to me, guests coming over here in 2 minutes, pump the brakes. All right. All right, let's get it. Unicorn. Let's get the RV card for this week. Everything she sees. All right, RV intel. Let's get it. Totally forgot. People are coming by the shop. Totally forgot. I'm just hanging out with you guys. I'm like, we're on our time, baby. So RV for this week. First card is opposition. Confrontation. Okay. Well, if that isn't true, opposition, confrontation. That's what's going on right now with the RV confrontation. Things are going down. The deep state knows if we take away their ability to print fake Babylonian money magic, they run out of a budget. They're toast. They're done. Good night. Good night. So opposition's going on right now. Confrontation. Okay, for this week coming up. All right. Let's get another one. All you astrologers out there, you know the deal. I pull the cards. You guys are very hip and wise to what these cards are. I am simply pulling the cards. God, time just flies when you're having fun. Next card is Pisces, sensitive. Was it sensitives? Pisces. All right. Awesome. Almost there. All right. The baby. All right. Stand by. I'm just going to go ahead and... Hold on a second. Everyone's blowing me up here. I'm with my family across the planet. You're going to have to wait. Boom. All right. Next card is... Ascendant entrance. Ascendant for this week coming up. Ascendant entrance. All right. Awesome. And I'm going to do one more because I like to do 4. Next card is solar flares activate. All right. Solar flares activate. Kaboom. There's our deal. I love you guys here. Check this out. We have a bunch of awesome things in our newsletters coming out. Go to TeamLightStore.com. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and put in your email. We have things that we're emailing out later tonight. It's very important for the bridge. And if you guys have new products, the Electrified Alchemy is now available. Check it out in that. When you guys subscribe, we have a little private newsletter going out to you guys. Please take advantage of that. And you guys get your tickets, Bridge, for 55 off the coupon code. And I love you guys, man. So we're going to have a great time at the Bridge. I can't wait to see you guys there. Okay? Till next time.
Hasta la vista, baby
The bringers
Jesus.
of the dawn allow these energies to merge, to merge, to merge, to merge, to merge, to merge, to merge. light is awakened within them. Awakened within, 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 awakened. Humanity creates the sacred bridge between earth and sky.
Brothers, my time with you is almost over. But for now, let us eat.
Eat this.
You just don't get it, do you?
You have been targeted for termination.
I already told you I'm supposed to die for the sins of mankind.
I'm programmed to protect you.
Stop! Stop killing Judas!
But he's going to betray you.
I know. Look, I've got a lot on my mind right now, and you're really starting to stress me out, okay? Okay?
Bosch is pilot at 10 o'clock.
Give me that thing!
Don't worry. He'll be back.